Hello everybody, this is Baka Zombie. Welcome back to some more Pokemon VGC 2024. We have started a new season, as previously mentioned in the last episode, that the season was going to switch, even though we were starting a new team. So we are back down into Great Ball here, so that means we got to climb back up into Master Ball. Using our new team, which does feature Pikachu and Zacian, as well as the core of Pelipper, Urshifu, Rillaboom, and Incineroar. Now, for those of you who aren't up in the know, there is a new regulation coming up at the beginning of next month. It's going to be Regulation H, and it's going to be kind of a repeat with a twist. We're going to go back to having no Paradox Pokemon, no Treasures of Ruin Pokemon, and no Legendaries, which I think Treasures of Ruins, not Loons, are technically legendaries, but they singled them out because previously they did a format where the Treasures of Ruins and the Paradox were all combined, but not the legendaries. So yeah, everything gone, back to square one, back to basics. But we do have some new DLC Pokemon coming into that. Things like Incineroar, things like Ursaluna Blood Moon, Rillaboom. So it's going to be an interesting new switch up that they're going to do right after Worlds happens, and then come January, we go back to Regulation G, the regulation that we're in currently, the one single restriction mod. So it'll be a fun little reprieve from that. I don't like that they're going back to Regulation G after Regulation H. I think they should, like, do the rotation again, personally, or even try the Mythic regulation like they did previously, but alas, I don't run Pokemon. But with that being said, let's get into this. If you want to try the team out for yourself, there is a link in the description for the rental code, and let's get on into it here. As far as how we're going to do videos, because this is going up on the 7th, and we'll have one more video of this after. I forget when Worlds is, because with this current release schedule for these teams, we would have 2 weeks in between the finish of this team and the new regulation, which is a weird little whoopee because we usually do 3 weeks, but it only gives us 2. So either I'll figure out a new team by that point in between, or if Worlds has happened, because again, I don't remember when Worlds is. I think it's next week. We can use and if it's available, we can use the rental team that won Worlds for 2 weeks, or we could do the rental team that won Worlds and then another rental team. We'll figure it out. But our first opponent is running a very similar team to us, but more heavy on the rain. And instead of Pikachu, they're using Raichu. So they have Raichu, Rillaboom, Politoed, Tornadus, Kingdra, and Kyogre. I'm going to lead Pikachu. Unfortunately, Pikachu will be slower than Raichu. That'll be our issue we have. But I think if I go Pikachu, Rillaboom, we kind of just cover a lot of stuff. Urshifu, I think, will be good here, just for Scarf Close Combat. Actually, you know what? I might just go Pikachu, Urshifu, Rillaboom, and have Zacian in the back. That leaves us with no Tailwind. But what does our Pelipper do then? I mean, I guess we would have Hurricane for their Rillaboom. But am I worried that much about Rillaboom? Because if we brought Pelipper, we'd be leaving behind Urshifu. I think we just go Zacian. Rely on Zacian's bulk, and rely on just taking care of Tornadus right away. Krabby Man, our opponent to start off here. Krabby Man makes sense with all these water Pokemon. Why didn't you bring the Kingler, man? He's got to go with the Kingler. Okay, we have Kyogre, Tornadus to lead off with my Pikachu and Urshifu. And have the Drizzle. They have to protect their Kyogre here, right? Ooh. Big boy play, big boy play. This is very dangerous, because if they just go Tailwind Water Spout, they just don't care about my fake out. They're good at killing me, but I'm gonna feint the Kyogre because I think Protect still, like, it doesn't fully drop, or like the Urshifu's full attack doesn't go through Protect, right? That's something I should probably check. But they're gonna bring in the Raichu, which is good. I almost, like, my other play here was going to be Encore into Tornadus because I knew it was going to Tailwind. And then we just close combat the Raichu. Because now they just bring in the Kyogre. So no matter what they did with it, like, getting rid of Raichu is cool, but now they just bring in their Kyogre. And I think we just lose. Because Encore in the Tornadus would have been nice, but I don't know even if that would have helped. I guess my play here is to just let these two go down, unfortunately. I'm going to feint into the Tornadus just to get a little bit of chippies. And then close combat. I mean, it doesn't matter. I just get Water Spouted, and Liquid Storm here. So I think our better play would have been, well, because even if I doubled a Tornadus, if anything died, I think I had to not kill something here. Was what my play would have been. Because them just bringing in the Kyogre for free. I mean, I guess I could have tried to fake out the Tornadus. I could have tried to fake out the Tornadus and see if I could have caught the Covert Cloak. But what I needed to have happen was something not dying Ursh. So I guess the best play would have been fake out into Tornadus just in case it doesn't have Covert Cloak for some reason. And then go for what am I trying to say? Go for U-turn. U-turn with Urshifu. So I didn't kill anything. So then I could have wasted more Tailwind turns. So what I'm doing here, Terrafire on the Rillaboom, so that Bleakwind Storm can't KO me. I'm going to fake out the Kyogre so it has to protect or just get flinched for the turn. Okay, just gets flinched. The Kyogre might be Specs then. We should live Bleakwind just fine. Kyogre flinches, and now we get the Behemoth Blade off. So it's not Scarfed. If anything, it is Choice Specs. Now the Tornadus goes down. This is good. Now we put the Kyogre in a position where it might get Grassy Glided. It might get Glizzy Glided. And it's going to be Kingdra in the back, which I can play rough a Kingdra. So I Grassy Glide here, and it can't protect. If it protects, we just lose. And then play rough into the Kingdra. And if I don't KO with Grassy Glide, I have to KO with Grassy Glide for this to work out for us. Unless it is Choice Specs. If it is Choice Specs, then the Grassy Glide will bring it down to a point where Water Spout won't do anything. Okay, it's at 1 HP. Kingdra's going to surf and KO its own Kyogre. Zacian and Rillaboom don't die. That's crazy Rillaboom doesn't die. That Assault Vest and Bulk investment. As long as we hit this play rough, we should be fine. Come on. Okay. I hate that they do the roar. Pokemon adding the roar in after getting KOs is the dumbest thing because it makes me think I've missed. Wow, we pulled that out. That was crazy. With how bad of position we put ourselves into turn one, KOing that Raichu and allowing them to get the Tailwind up for the Kyogre. I'm very surprised we were able to pull that back. So yeah, letting Pikachu and Urshifu go down from the Kyogre was the play, because it put us in the position to win. Whew. Yeah, that's Zacian doing the stupid roar and taking forever to play rough made my heart stop for a second there. But yeah, we got our first win. Actually, let's see on screen. It brings us up to Ultra Ball. And we're gonna get another battle here, so stay tuned, folks. I keep looking back to my computer. I got my new webcam over here, so stay tuned. Just cleaning up my hair because I got it all in a tizzy after that last battle. Okay, my opponent runs a very familiar team to us. They have Whimsicott, Miraidon, Urshifu, Ogerpon, Hearthstone, Hearthstone Mask, Iron Hands, and Farigiraf. So I think a Whimsicott Miraidon is in our future. Do I just go Zacian Pikachu? If I go Zacian Pikachu, that actually like shuts down Miraidon hard. I like that a lot. Let's go. Pikachu, Zacian. Beep 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 beep. The Hearthstone Ogerpon. What are we doing about that? I guess Pelipper? Yeah, Pelipper is really good against Hearthstone Ogerpon. Is Rillaboom our last mon, or is Urshifu? Rillaboom is nice for their Urshifu. Our Urshifu is just kind of nice in general. Especially Choice Scarf to close out the game. I'm gonna go with our Urshifu. Find out if it's the mistake or not. Because both mons were clutch for us last game. Well, Urshifu wasn't as clutch. Urshifu fainting was clutch. I guess. They're gonna lead Whimsicott Ogerpon. Okay. We got our Zacian. I'm going to fake out into the Ogerpon. And then gonna Behemoth Blade their Whimsicott. Fake out. Perfect. There's the Tailwind. It's fine. Ogerpon's flinched. And then Zacian can Behemoth Blade. KO the win. Oh wow, it's not Focus Sashed. I was fully expecting Whimsicott to be Focus Sashed. Okay, not bad. What do we got coming in here? It's gonna be Miraidon. Why? What do you have? I think I'll be able to take one Ivy Cudgel here. Miraidon is gonna outspeed Pikachu, and so is Ogerpon, to be fair. I guess I could just... I'm gonna feint and play rough into the... Fairy Terra play rough into the Miraidon. Okay. Looks like Miraidon might be Terra. Or is it gonna be the Ogerpon? It's gonna be the Miraidon. I should have Behemoth Blade you, buddy. But we do see the Fairy Terra. I wonder if it's just going to straight up Draco my Pikachu, which would be insane to do. I mean, Dragon Pulse would be better if you had it, but dropping 2 stages for a Pikachu, kind of crazy, to be honest with you. But this is a +1 play rough with Fairy Terra boost, and Ivy Cudgel shouldn't KO me now. So here's the feint. It's just going to Dazzle. That's a little bit worse. Oh god, that did so much. because I fairy terrored. This Ivy Cudgel might kill me now. Let's see. Oh, I live on 4! Zacian! Here's the play rough. It KOs the Miraidon. That's crazy. Miraidon goes down here. Wow. Now I just bring in Pelipper. Give me the Iron Hands. Not as good for me here. Because they can just fake out my Pelipper now. Huh. Okay, their Tailwind has 2 more turns. Golly, what do I do here? So I could bring in the Urshifu, but if they just double into my Pelipper this turn expecting the Protect, I think Urshifu just dies. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna switch in Urshifu and protect Zacian. Okay, Pelipper switches out. Urshifu. The thing is, if they, okay, Zacian protects. Fake out was in the Zacian. Is the Horn Leech in the Urshifu here? Yeah. I do live somehow. Unfortunately, I think I have to let Urshifu go down here. Actually, hold on. I could do some big damage with Aqua Jet and then switch Zacian for Pelipper. Because they're not going to double target the Zacian here. Unfortunately, we do lose their +1. But it should be fine. Here's the Aqua Jet. Nice damage. Horn Leech. Gonna kill the Urshifu. We know it has Horn Leech and Ivy Cudgel. Drain Punch into the Pelipper, that's fine. Okay, their Tailwind peters out now. So now I have my Zacian. Because the thing is, their Ogerpon outspeeds, right? But what if I protect Hurricane? Yes, Hurricane, their Ogerpon. Expecting to follow me from their Ogerpon, and then like a wild charge in my Pelipper. There's the follow me. Hurricane's gonna hit with this KO. Yes, it does. Goes Ogerpon. And what do? Drain Punch into the Zacian. That's all we needed. Now what we needed is for this play rough to hit. If it doesn't hit, we're kind of boned. Hurricane. It's 110 Weather Ball. I think Weather Ball does more technically because it turns to a water type, so it gets boosted by the rain and it gets boosted by stab. No, that's not right. Where is it? I think we just go Weather Ball. Play Rough does hit, so I think we just win now. It lives on 1. Pelipper is faster. Perfect. Didn't even matter if we hurricaned or not. Whew, these battles get my heart pumping, but we pulling through. 2 hearts pumping. Nice. Zacian kind of cleaning house out here. Hitting those play roughs when it's needed. It's gonna miss eventually. It's gonna miss eventually in one of these crucial play roughs. but we got 2 hours pumping out here. So let's see what we get to. I think we technically would need to win 2 more to get back up to Master Ball, but we're on our way. So let's get to 1 more battle here, and see if we can win out. Okay, and we don't even need to cut. We're right into a trainer. Let's go. Pokemon, let's go. All right. Whew. Oh, okay. I see you. We got the Chien-Pao, the Walking Wake, the Zamazenta, the Cresselia, the Zebstrika, and the Rillaboom. This is interesting. All right. How do we deal with Zamazenta? That is our question for the day. I guess Incineroar is going to be our best option, but even then it's going to, like, pound me with Body Slam. Steel Fighting. Oh, Urshifu. We beat it with Urshifu. I'm going to lead Pikachu and Zacian, I think. Or Urshifu. In case they lead the Zamazenta. Yeah. Pelipper, Zacian. Yeah, let's do that. God, not having Incineroar, though, for the Cresselia. God, do I leave Pelipper behind? I don't love it, but I think I do. Because Incineroar is really good for both the Rillaboom. It's good for the Rillaboom, the Zamazenta, and the Cress. And the Chien-Pao. Incineroar just has a lot of good things to do against them. The reason I was going to bring Pelipper, 1, we could have speed control. 2, if I really needed to go all out, I could Water Terra Urshifu, Surging Strikes, and put the Rain up. But I think Incineroar overall is just going to help us more. So they do lead Zamazenta and the Walking Wake. Which is good for me. You can see the Dauntless Shield go off. And the Protosynthesis. It's going to heighten the speed. I mean... So Walking Wake. I need to pin down the Walking Wake by going for a Fake Out and then close combat into the Zamazenta. There's the Fake Out. Yeah, it didn't protect, so I didn't want to get Draco Meteored on my poor Urshifu. Here's the close combat. Not even going to do half to the Zamazenta. And Zamazenta does go for Iron Defense. I'm going to Encore that, so it can't do anything. So Pikachu Encore into the Zamazenta. Urshifu is speed increase. How fast is Walking Wake? I might just close combat the Walking Wake. Let's do that. Okay, we're gonna see a Terra. Who's it on? Is it Zamazenta? It is Zamazenta. Into Water Terra. That helps a lot, actually. Hold on. That actually helped me a lot. We're gonna see Snarl from the Walking Wake. Okay. So Pikachu's special attack does drop, which is what I wanted for the Zamazenta. We get the close combat off. Almost KOs the Walking Wake here. We do see Walking Wake is faster than Urshifu. Get the Encore off, so now the thing's stuck using Iron Defense. There we go. There we go. I'm going to Volt Switch into the Zamazenta. I'm going to just switch Urshifu out into Zacian. So I think a Walking Wake might Draco Meteor me now. Urshifu, switch it out. So we are -2 on the Urshifu now. Get the Intrepid Sword boost. The Hydro Steam into the Pikachu. They hate Pikachu, man. I mean, fair enough. You're Water Terra now. stuck in an Encore. There's another Iron Defense. Zamazenta's a problem now. I'm gonna bring in the Urshifu. I think I put myself into a position, unfortunately, where I have to double into Zamazenta. I'm gonna Surging Strikes the Zamazenta, and I'm actually gonna Terra Fairy my Zacian, because I think a Walking Wake might go for a fire type move here into my Zacian. Because I think the Urshifu might not be able to do anything. Here's the Fairy Terra. Okay, they did just Draco Meteor my Urshifu, which kind of sucks. But this Walking Wake is also just like dropping its stats constantly. Here's the play rough. Yeah, it does nothing. I think we just lose now, unfortunately. Like, the Encore is good, I just didn't have anything to follow it up with. Especially letting Pikachu go down. Yeah, because like, I just can't break out through it. I can't knock it off. Parting Shot won't help because it's boosting its defense, so it's just going to body slam? It's not body slam, but I'm going to fake out the Walking Wake. I'm going to go for a Swords Dance here. Yeah. Almost KO the Walking Wake. I probably should have actually flinched the Zamazenta. But the Walking Wake's not going to be able to do too much to us. I Body Press my Zacian. God, that still does so much. Even resisted. It is +6. And I think the Walking Wake just KOs my Zacian now because that did so much damage. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I really can't do anything. I might as well just click buttons, unfortunately. That sucks. What could we have done differently? The Walking Wake being faster than my Urshifu was just a problem. Wow, Zacian lived that. So I get a +2 play Roth off into the Zamazenta. Don't crit. I needed a crit, essentially. Yep, that's Body Press. I would have had to have brought Pelipper instead of Incineroar, ironically enough. Ironically enough, because it was Water Terra Zamazenta. That was the thing too. Because they did Water Terra, we just became really useless with Urshifu. And the Walking Wake being faster. Hey, look, Crest. Incineroar would have been great for that, but unfortunately, we're at the point in the game where it doesn't matter. Because this Body Press KOs me. Lunar Blessing? What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you, man? I can't KO you. But yeah, because I needed a way to be able to get my Pikachu to Volt Switch into the Zamazenta. Because honestly, it would have done so much damage. Even at -1 with the Light Ball. So I needed... So, actually, something I could have done with the team I brought would have been just hard switching Pikachu out. We are going to do one more. That's the only reason I'm pressing buttons. We're going to do one more because that one went so fast. I needed to switch Pikachu out instead of just Volt Switching at that point. So that it could survive. But it would have been switching Incineroar. Because I needed to get a way for Pikachu to be able to get an attack off into Zamazenta, right? So I needed a way to neutralize the Walking Wake. But we have a Sun team from my opponent with Groudon, Fluttermane, the Chilies. What are their names? I'm not going to spend forever trying to remember. Raging Bolt, Hisuian, Lilligant, and Torkoal. Pikachu start. Urshifu. Pikachu, Urshifu. Pelipper in the back. Zacian? No. Zacian doesn't do a ton here. I mean, play rough into the Raging Bolt will be nice. Essentially, I'll have to Terra Zacian. Yeah, and then Behemoth Blade into Fluttermane. Yeah, we gotta bring Zacian. I was thinking Rillaboom, but Rillaboom is also threatened by the same things as Zacian is, so... And only really helps us with Groudon. Now Skull Villain. That's the name. Alright, we can lock in now that I remember the name of that Pokemon. What's the Skull Villain going to want to do? It gets a signature move that's interesting. I don't remember what it does, though, or what it's called. It probably has Chlorophyll. But if they lead with Torkoal or Groudon... They don't lead with either, which I'm fine with. Pikachu. Let me get a Pikachu. We get the Photosynthesis activating from the Raging Bolt, which is going to increase its special attack. Fair enough. So with Pikachu, I can just fake out into the Raging Bolt. And Urshifu. Do I just Surging Strikes the Skull Villain? Yeah. I was thinking about U-turning, but I can just Surging Strikes the Skull Villain here. So fake out into the Raging Bolt. Rage Powder is fine. Comes Surging Strikes. Yep, that should KO. This should KO just fine. Alright, so no shenanigans from the Skull Villain. And Raging Bolt flinches, of course. In comes Sleepy the Torkoal? No. Oh, something that's sleepy, and it was a Fluttermane. Do I just freaking... Who would switch into Groudon? Is the problem here, right? I hate my odds. I'm gonna Volt Switch into the Raging Bolt. And then just Surging Strikes the Fluttermane. Okay, Raging Bolt protects, but nobody switches into Groudon. That's the big thing we needed to have happen here. Because now I can Encore that Raging Bolt. And this Fluttermane's dead. Starts out perfectly here, actually. Now we Encore the Raging Bolt, and it's just useless for a lot of the time. And then we can just win the Weather War. If they brought Groudon or Torkoal. Who do we got? Who's the box? It is Groudon. Okay, that's fine. Drought's gonna go up. We just Encore this Raging Bolt and switch into Pelipper. I assume we see Precipice Blades, which if it hits Pikachu, that's perfect for us. As long as this thing is a Choice Scarf, I'll say. If it's Choice Scarf, that's the less perfect for us. We do get the Drizzle. Here's the Encore. It's not Choice Scarf. No, that thing's stuck using Protect. Groudon does go for the Precipice. And it does hit Pikachu. That's going to KO Pikachu, which is fine. We don't need Pikachu anymore. As nice as it is for its Lightning Rod, Pelipper there is fine. So I can just bring in Urshifu. And we Surging Strikes the Groudon, which should just kill it, and then I can switch Pelipper for Zacian. I want to get Zacian in as early as I can to start setting up on the Raging Bolt. Or I don't even really need to set up. I could just go for the Play Rough, Terra Play Rough. There's a Surging Strike should kill. In comes the Zacian. Get the attack boost. Yeah, I don't need a Sword Stance. I got the attack boost. Okay, this could put a damper on my parade. We get the Terra on the Groudon. Terra Water. Terra Steel. Okay. I mean, it makes it neutral. Protect, obviously, from the Raging Bolt. Surging Strikes is still in. Okay. It's gonna live. But it doesn't live next turn. As long as it didn't Precipice Blades here, we're fine. We went for Rock Slide. That's fine. I'm fine with Rock Slide. Both Pokemon resist Rock Slide. So now we just go for Surging Strikes. And we can Terra, Fairy, Play Rough into the Raging Bolt. Who could get the double here, but its turns are numbered. Okay, Protect, not going to work on the Raging Bolt. Groudon doesn't protect, it's going to just faint from the Surging Strikes. Groudon says, owie, that hurt, please stop doing that to me. And here comes the Play Rough from the Zacian. We did finally miss. The Encore does end on the Raging Bolt. I am going to switch Urshifu out for Pelipper here. And then Zacian is going to go for another Play Rough. Luckily, the Play Rough happened where we're not in a losing situation for it missing. But I told you, it's going to miss eventually. Here comes Pelipper. Thunderclap was in the Urshifu. What? Partially I switched because of the Thunderclap, partially because I wanted to switch into I wanted to change the close combat if I had to, but Play Rough was just a 1 KO. There we go. A dismantling for our last one. We got dismantled the previous battle, and then we dismantled this one. So it comes and it goes, you know. I'm sad we didn't see the Zebstrika in the previous battle. I was excited for Zebstrika. But that is going to be the last battle with the team. Usually the point of doing 3 episodes with these teams are to find out weaknesses on the teams and kind of swap things up. But I haven't necessarily found a weakness yet. To be fair, the core of this team is using the team that won NAIC. Zacian is really strong, even though it's one of the lesser used, restricted. And Pikachu, nothing to scoff at. I mean, Raichu's got a higher, higher stat line, but a Light Ball is pretty nice. And the difference between Pikachu and Raichu isn't as astronomical as you would think. I guess you'd have higher speed with Raichu. So if you really wanted to shore things up, because you're not attacking Pikachu ever, so really, Light Ball doesn't matter. But Pelipper is using the Focus Sash. So I'm just trying to think what would be the only upside to using Raichu is for its speed over Pikachu. Because like the odd times you're going for Full Swing. I don't know the difference between Light Ball Pikachu and Raichu's special attack. I'd assume there'd be some kind of difference, and that's why you won't Light Ball, right? But anyway, yeah, like I said, this team doesn't really have a ton of glaring weaknesses, I should say. There are obviously weaknesses to every team, but this one doesn't have any glaring weaknesses that I can think of, at least. If there are things that you think would make the team better, let me know in the comment section below. And again, if you want to try the team out for yourself, code is in the description to use it. to use as a rental if you want. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to have one more episode with this team, and then we're going to try and figure out what to do for the last 2 weeks of Regulation G. If you have any suggestions, like if you have rental teams that you think are cool, you can let me know. But my plan right now is to either make a new team or use the Worlds team and then another rental possibly, or Worlds team twice in a row. We'll see. But thank you so much for joining us. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night, everybody.